It is a new year, and that means new adventures. And that means it's time to make up your list for 2023. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see? What window seat are you booking right now en route to an unforgettable destination? From downtowns to deserts, backwoods to beaches.
Let's do this.
We've compiled a list of the places you have got to check out. Most of them we've already visited. Some we're going to hit over the next 12 months. All of them breathtaking and beautiful. This is the Window Seat Top 23 Destinations for 2023. All right, to make things easy, we'll go alphabetical, and for our first spot, we'll keep things domestic. Alaska starts us off on the top 23 of 23 destinations. Get lost in a pine forest, explore the frozen tundra, experience the peace and quiet of America's largest state with among its fewest people. Less than 1 million residents live in Alaska, which means more private time for you on the glaciers and more private time out on the water. We spent a day whale spotting, and we'll never forget it.
It was a big success. We saw humpback whales, we saw seals and sea otters, and we got to see orcas, killer whales. A killer day out here on the Alaskans.
Next on the list, Greece, specifically Athens. Yes, everyone thinks about the islands, Mykonos and Santorini, but we are here to tell you, don't skip over Athens, the birthplace of modern democracy. So many ancient ruins to explore, the Acropolis, the Parthenon. This sprawling city of 3 million people will captivate you, just as it has inspired wanderlust for more than 3,000 years. Next on our list of top 23 places in 2023 is Bali. It literally just reopened to tourists, and not a moment too soon. If this place is not on your bucket list, it should be. From its beautiful terraced rice fields to its awe-inspiring beaches. We actually stayed in the shadow of an active volcano, Mount Agung, just as it was about to blow. Thankfully, it didn't destroy much, and it didn't keep us from soaking up the scenery. Sean and our buddy Nick over there even went snorkeling in the Bali Sea, atop an old U.S. warship shipwrecked during World War II. Believe us, you got to get here, and you got to do it this year. A little Latin America is on the list next, and we highly recommend Cartagena, Colombia. Perched on the northeast Colombian coast, the clear green Caribbean water here will capture your heart. This 500-year-old fishing village is starting to draw tourists in droves, so hurry and beat the crowd by visiting in 2023. And you can experience the nightlife here just like Sean did. Hopefully you're a slightly better dancer. We also suggest traveling to the Republic of Chile in 2023. Yep, that is technically what it's named. This long, skinny country that traverses the Pacific coast of South America is a mecca for outdoorsy folks. Use Santiago, a city of 5.5 million people, as your stopping off point en route to some amazing destinations like the Atacama Desert, the most arid place on the planet, or hike Patagonia, home to some of the most jaw-dropping views in South America, if not the world. We had to put Vietnam on the list for 2023. If you haven't been there, you got to go ASAP. Inexpensive, welcoming, home to great people and amazing food. We were especially struck by Da Nang. You'll actually find a bridge there that is a fire-breathing dragon. It spits fire and water at the gathered crowds. An architectural gem in a city that will leave you desperate to get back here. Istanbul, Turkey belongs on the list of top destinations any year, but it should definitely be on your bucket list for 2023. One of the most enchanting cities on the planet. It actually hugs 2 continents. Part of Istanbul's in Europe, the other part in Asia. And it's home to one of the most visited shopping centers in the world, the Grand Bazaar. 91 million people come here every year, they say, to find everything from Turkish delight to handmade rugs to knickknacks. Plus, some of the most significant religious spots on the planet, like the Hagia Sophia, once a Greek Orthodox church, but now once again a grand mosque, are located here. The mosque was constructed in the 6th century, and believe it or not, this was the largest cathedral ever built in the entire world for nearly 1,000 years. From Istanbul to one of the coolest cities in Eastern Europe, we're talking about Krakow, one of the oldest cities in Poland and the most welcoming you'll find. Its gorgeous main market square entices tourists all the world over, lined with outdoor cafes in the shadow of the towering St. Mary's Basilica. It's home to the Wawel Castle, the first UNESCO World Heritage Site, and you can also visit Oskar Schindler's factory, made famous in the movie Schindler's List, or tour the sobering nearby Auschwitz concentration camp. How does meandering through a picturesque bamboo forest sound, or strolling through a labyrinth of 1,000 bright orange Japanese gates? Next up, we endorse Kyoto, Japan for your 2023 travels. Recently reopened to tourists, Kyoto's unforgettable as you walk through the famous Fushimi Inari Shrine dating back to the 700s AD. Just a short ride from Tokyo on a bullet train, this place is not to be missed. Lisbon is up next, the capital of Portugal and one of the oldest cities in Western Europe. It'll remind you of San Francisco, but cleaner and cheaper, often skipped over for more popular places in Western Europe like Spain and France. This spot is a gem, and as our friend Dom found out, it is among the friendliest places you'll ever find.
And I think that just goes to show, I think the biggest takeaway from this whole trip has been just how nice people are. I think when you're at the mercy of a place you don't know the language of the people, it really shows through how nice people in this world are.
The former Yugoslavian country of Montenegro made our 2023 list. The country's making a name for itself when it comes to tourism. If you have an Instagram account, you have no doubt seen pictures of the striking Bay of Kotor. Hike to the top of the mountains for a better view, truly jaw-dropping from above. There's Budva, which is becoming a popular spot as well, the quiet beach town of Ulcinj, and many other beautiful places to enjoy and explore too. Another former piece of Yugoslavia making the list as well.
We're now in Mostar, Bosnia, in the southeast portion of the country. Now right behind me there is the Stari Most, the old bridge. It stood for 400 years until being destroyed during the war. And when it was rebuilt, it was a sign that the city was coming back.
The city in a country ripped apart by war 30 years ago, but you'd never know it now. This historic enclave dates back to 1452. The area is known for its wine, tobacco, fruit, and vegetables, and it's just a short trip from the increasingly popular Croatia. You may not have ever considered this place before, but Bosnia should be on your list. We love Africa, and that's why Namibia is on the list too. In the southwest part of the continent, you'll find this stunning country with its Namib Desert. If you're looking for adventure, Namibia is the place to be. Next up on the top 23 of 23 is Oman. Not the first Middle Eastern country you'd consider visiting, but it should be. We visited in 2022 and we were blown away by its beauty. We took a day-long cruise in the gorgeous Persian Gulf, its glowing waters beckoning tourists from all over the world. They call this coastline near Muscat with its dazzling fjords the Norway of Arabia. And as Sean found out, it was the perfect place to take a plunge. How about Panama in 2023? I'm guessing you're singing Van Halen in your head right now at this suggestion. Some have compared its capital to Miami, but there's way more to it than that. You can explore the natural beauty, soak in the sun on the beaches, or even visit the Panama Canal. It is definitely one of the many spots we are checking out in 2023. A trip down under is recommended, and if you're headed there, definitely check out Queensland. You'll surely know about the Great Barrier Reef, but you can also safari in the nearby Daintree National Park. It's the planet's oldest surviving rainforest. You can also stroll the beautiful beaches or visit cairns. There are a million things to do in this country that's been bottled up by the pandemic for the better part of 3 years, but is now welcoming tourists. There are a number of places in South Korea worth your time, but Seoul tops the list for us.
Is to notify the first procedure.
The capital city has a whole lot to offer with surprises everywhere. You should definitely check out the palaces, catch the changing of the guard. The Bukchon Hanok Village is a must-see as well, and don't forget to fill up on barbecue and street food. This next destination goes without saying. Do we really need to tell you to visit Singapore? It's a clean, beautiful, futuristic spectacle. You can check out the different historic quarters throughout the city, the modern architecture. The street hawkers might be the best in the world if you like street food or enjoy the marvels of Gardens by the Bay or Marina Bay Sands. That's the stunning architectural gem that's home to a massive hotel and casino and is probably a staple of your Instagram feed. Put Tallinn, Estonia on your list for 2023 as well. This small Baltic capital brings with it a flair that's truly its own. The medieval walls still surround the old town, a major tourist attraction and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But it also encompasses a great deal of history and culture, with a world-renowned Christmas market you don't want to miss. And you can visit this part of Estonia in a weekend, but you'll fall in love with it forever. Here's a weird one, Tbilisi, Georgia. No, not the Georgia in America. We're talking about the former Soviet country. If you like wine, this is an absolute must. They claim it's the birthplace of wine, and it drives their tourism. If you're lucky, a customs agent will even hand you a bottle upon entry. There's so much physical beauty, new and modern amenities, but when it comes to hospitality, they're second to none. Who on earth visits a place like Georgia? You, and you should do it in 2023. As long as we're going off the beaten path, try visiting Tunisia this year, too. The Tunisian coast along the Mediterranean is underrated. Europeans definitely know about it. They've been flocking to these beaches for years, but many others haven't quite figured it out yet. It's very affordable, and once you're there, a number of great resorts await. The ancient ruins of Carthage near Tunis are a window into this region's fascinating past, and they are not to be missed. All right, sorry to be Captain Obvious, because this next one should make any list any year, any time. We're talking about Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. Truly one of the most clean, beautiful, breathtaking cities in the world, much less North America. From its beautiful nature parks to busy port where cruise ships depart for the Great White North, there are a million things to see, do, and enjoy in this captivating part of Canada, Vancouver. And last but definitely not least, one of our favorite places on the planet, the Wadi Rum Desert in Jordan. This place has been the backdrop for dozens of movies, from Star Wars to Lawrence of Arabia. No wonder. It looks like the surface of another planet, and it's almost as remote. Spend the day on the daring dunes, defying death in the back of a pickup truck.
Oh my God!
While the other tourists flock to nearby Petra, you'll be enjoying the solitude and beauty of one of the most spellbinding places on Earth. Well, that's it. Our list of top 23 places to visit in 2023. We're going to hit as many of them as we can, and we hope you do too. And if you do, let us know how your travels go. And be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment right here on Window Seat as we set out on more adventures in 2023.